All right. Well, let's talk a little bit about that. So we've got these two new people coming up, and we talked a little bit about that earlier. They're new, but they're going to hit the ground running. And one thing they talked about is property taxes. That's something that obviously has been people are very passionate about, even though the property taxes measure seems to be going down in defeat. What do you think they'll be doing to bring that forward now? He's going to have to work with the legislature to make that happen, right?
Well, very much so. And, you know, from Governor-elect Armstrong's position, he talked about it this evening. We need to address property tax. And even though the Measure 4, appears to be going down, 65-45 right now, there are a lot of people who voted no, more so because there really wasn't a plan or a well thought out idea to how to address the property tax issue in North Dakota. But citizens want relief in property taxes, and whether it's a 20-point difference or a 10-point or 5-point difference, elected leaders across the legislature, our governor and county officials and city officials better take warning, because if something doesn't occur during this coming legislative session, I think the voters will be back with another referendum in 2 years or 4 years.
Well, it certainly did seem to get people's attention because it was something that was widely discussed.
Oh, absolutely. And it's the hottest issue. People talk about property taxes, and one of the reasons, you get your property tax statement once a year and it's mailed to you and you see how much it is. When you get your pay stub, you don't notice what's taken out in income tax, or when you purchase something at the mall or wherever, you don't necessarily look at the sales tax. But that property tax bill is front and center to people once, twice a year when they're paying it and when they get that assessment. It does need to be addressed.
Sure.
And from Julie's perspective, going to Congress, she's already talking about it. She's reaching out to other legislative leaders around the farm state area. She also has a great relationship because of her role in the PSC the last few years with Senator Hoeven and Senator Kramer. So she's not necessarily going in as a rookie, and I think she's going to have her feet well planted under her as she gets to Washington.
Well, I think also with the Farm Bill, it seems like they've had a lot of trouble making forward progress with that. And how successful do you think she'll be in moving that forward or helping with that?
Well, she'll certainly be a good voice to it. There's a lot of issues that are impacting the Farm Bill. There's a farm portion of the bill, but there's also a food portion of it as well that addresses a lot of the needs, the CHIP program, to address food nutrition programs in the country. And that's the part that is probably caused more of a slowdown in this Farm Bill. And then we still have to work out the differences between in the House and the Senate agriculture committees, who have some slight differences between their two bills. So trying to get that done in a lame duck, there's the possibility that it can occur. More than likely, it'll probably move to the next Congress. And I think Julie's doing the right thing in starting to reach out to, again, legislative leaders around the upper Midwest here to build those coalitions.
Sure, just making those connections. All right.